All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's General Greene. God bless you, coming from the future. Tokyo, Japan. I believe it's Thursday on the 30th, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. We're one day ahead. So major Jerome Powell news as you take in the city behind me. Major news. Jerome Powell is all in Bitcoin, all in crypto. He has very positive comments at the FOMC meeting earlier today. This is huge. And I want you to really consider this for a moment, because years ago, they would deny that Bitcoin and crypto was even a usable asset. Remember, they said it was only money launderers and prostitutes and drug dealers that used it. Well, now the central bank is actually endorsing it and saying it's a good thing that US banks in the banking infrastructure, companies like BlackRock and JP Morgan Chase, accept crypto payments, and he's pro-regulation on it. So notice that shift, and after the announcement, Jerome Powell essentially pumped the crypto markets up only. RSR was pumping like 6-8%. Bitcoin was up over 4-5%. So a massive news. Overall, I think very bullish for the markets. Also, I noticed in the paper earlier this morning, which I don't really read the paper, but I just happened to pull this article. Let me show you this real quick. This is from the Financial Times. Over here in Asia, and it says London vaults hit by gold shortage as New York stockpiles $82 billion worth of bullion. So what are they saying here? It looks like traders in commodities are very concerned that Donald Trump's tariffs will increase prices on all commodities. This could include microchips and the silicon materials that go inside of them that power AI, but also gold. But this is what I thought when I read the article, and that's good. That's bullish gold and silver. I love gold and silver. I own it. I encourage you to own it. Probably break new record highs as a result of it. Gold and silver, both of it. Precious metals in general. But what I was thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. That just proves Bitcoin's use case even more. Because guess where there's no tariffs? Bitcoin. Bitcoin truly is a decentralized asset separated from state governments, which is why Jerome Powell is even pretty much encouraging you to buy it now.
Role with Bitcoin really is to look at, with crypto, really is to look at the banks, and we think it's, banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers as long as they understand and can manage the risks, and it's safe and sound. As a good number of our banks that we regulate and supervise do that.
It's all going to be like pro-regulation. He's all for it. And it's why Bitcoin itself and crypto and digital assets, and of course what we're doing with real estate at islandproject.com, are so powerful. So, it's a good morning. I'm on my way to a business meeting. Of course, we're expanding the portfolio, our amazing project here. International diversification is coming next, and I really like Tokyo. You can see behind me, there is the Tokyo Tower. That was modeled after, I believe, the Eiffel Tower. And is kind of a iconic statement piece of Tokyo. I think they started construction on it right after World War II. So kind of interesting. You'll see that in the backdrop. So again, very bullish. Also, what's interesting, I'm in Japan right now, so I was thinking about the yen-carry trade relationship. For those of you that don't know, the Japanese yen is almost trading at an all-time low against USD. So for example, you go out, get dinner, grab some Japanese whiskey. I tried a little last night for the first time. It's like 1/3 the cost of what you'd pay in the United States. It was like $9, and I checked it in America, it's like $50. So you get about a 30% or more discount on all Japanese goods and services. And this is why you've seen a lot of Japanese expatriate USD from places actually like Hawaii, sell their real estate, and then take the stronger currency and move it back to Japan. Now, because of this, one thing we should look at is this long-term could create some kind of systemic event if that carry trade, of which U.S. traders on Wall Street are borrowing cheap yen to invest in the U.S. stock market, invest in risk assets like Nvidia stock, invest in tech, invest in Bitcoin and crypto. If that ever unravels with the Bank of Japan, the BOJ, defends the yen, that could potentially create a cascading event in international financial markets. Keep in mind that the U.S. and Japan are very heavily dependent on each other. Not something that I'm really concerned about right now, but I thought I'd mention it just because I'm in extraordinary Japan right now, and I think it's a very interesting talking point. Also, another major prediction of mine came true. Elon Musk has announced a partnership with Visa. He's going into a full-blown financial services company as a part of Twitter. I always said he would do that, to be on the lookout for that. Again, he's vertically integrated into every single company and technology in the world, whether or not this is payment systems, which he's moving into now, or whether or not this is transportation systems. Also, in the news, China, the relationship, just like I predicted, is looking a little bit better than most analysts expected with Trump. Trump is going to lay off on the tariffs. And one of the reasons for this is all of Elon Musk's big relationships with his Tesla factory, which is the largest in the world there, of which he receives a lot of tax incentives. And for those of you that don't know, about 50% of the Teslas manufactured in China actually are sold in China. Think about that for a minute. So supposedly China's our enemy, but Musk and everyone, all the tech guys, are in on it there, doing all this business over there, selling to the Chinese government. I wonder why. Could it have anything to do with the fact that Teslas are highly tracked, surveilled Orwellian devices, of which China has detailed information on all of its citizens? I mean, think about this. China would never allow Elon Musk to sell cars in that country. He gets special privileges, even better than General Motors and other companies, other American-based companies, because of that privileged relationship. So again, just kind of like food for thought there. I find that very, very interesting. Overall, extremely bullish. The general crypto markets. I know a lot of people are calling for a crash. I personally don't see it. I am watching interest rates. I do think that that is a concern. We should watch interest rates. But, you know, Trump's declared a golden age. Trump's put his stamp of approval on the crypto market. And the cynic in me says, and I've said this for some time, and I predicted Bitcoin under 1,000, told you it would transform the whole world, overthrow governments, and eventually be accepted by Goldman Sachs. BlackRock would start buying it, and even Jerome Powell at the central bank would start promoting it, which is what he's doing now. There is no way that they can onboard the American people into the new system, what I call the reset. There's a Ferrari dealership. Maybe we should buy another one right there. Into the reset without a bullish up-only scenario, I believe, in the crypto market. So that's why I'm so bullish, is because I think Trump needs the bull market in order to be successful, not just as president of the United States, but from the sheer fact that they won't be able to onboard the general populations and masses without it. So what an amazing morning here, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. Up only, you can see the Tokyo Tower. I'll run some B-roll there in a minute. I just want to remind you that, of course, Jesus Christ is King. I was spending a lot of time in the Bible last night, which I encourage you to do as well. I was actually rereading Ecclesiastes and also parts of the book of Isaiah. Just understand, nothing is new under the sun. Yes, we're living in end times. Yes, we're living in a reset. Yes, we're living in a big transition. Yes, I think there's a lot of deception out there. This is the year of the snake in China, by the way. And we all know what the snake led Adam and Eve to, of course, in the book of Genesis. Later turns into a dragon of sorts in the book of Revelation. So a lot of big news. Also, I want to welcome aboard Sherry. Just came in with 30 units to islandproject.com. Here, let's head to the Ferrari dealership. I'll show you some of the cars. Just added 30 units. And in addition to that, we just had another gentleman who wanted to be anonymous, who just came in with 150 grand. Into islandproject.com, a friend of one of my 1000X ballers with 1,000+ units. So take a look at these amazing cars. It's kind of funny because they drive on the opposite side of the road, and then the steering wheels are on the opposite side. So I don't think I'll be importing that from Japan, especially when we just bought the freaking Lambo. And now we are headed to Tokyo Tower. So God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. It is an amazing day to be alive. I hope that you are in out of the banks. Again, as a part of all this pull into crypto, as a part of all this bullishness into Bitcoin and digital assets, banks are losing deposits at a record rate. That means that there is going to be some kind of systemic banking event, I believe, in the near future, where Bitcoin, crypto, and digital assets decouple from the traditional financial system, and that's when we move into the crisis. If I had to guess when I think that is, I would say it'd probably be to like mid of the year, maybe as we approach the second half of the year, third, fourth quarter. But until then, I really think we're going to be breaking new all-time records up only. Links below at islandproject.com. That's islandproject.com. And then call my dad or text him at 808-442-2934. Make sure you do that. You'll step up. That way we get a little ping. We know that you've applied, and then we can answer any questions you might have. You can fund ACH wire transfer. And I'm very excited. We've got big announcements, of course, with our international investments and our portfolio, not just in Tokyo, but as we pivot to Asia. We just opened the Thailand acquisition as a part of the founders round as well. So get ready for that. Also, Bali's on the list, Singapore, Dubai, and some other surprise locations later this year. Isn't Tokyo cool, man? It's super clean. There's no homeless anywhere. Everyone's super respectful. The cities are safe, completely unlike America. And then you've got these just kind of crazy structures as I'm approaching, of course, Tokyo Tower. So God bless. Talk to all of you soon. Please like and share if this video provided value to you. I certainly love you, and I am General Greene, fighting the resistance on your behalf along with all of our members and leading the charge, God first, faith first, in the name of Jesus Christ, the King. Have a wonderful day.